Dameon Pierce now to return it. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. Texans to the line, 1st and 10. Running for the first time with Joe Mixon. Or maybe the rest of the game is going to be headed in the Broncos. Direction, Brock, but their first play winds up going backwards.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Keeping it with Minson. He won't be able to get past the line very quickly, Brock. They're going to be facing 3rd down to begin this ball game.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Shotgun now, 1st round. Gets his tight end on the corner route. And some excellent work on this play. It takes him a while to get to him downfield.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom, connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35.
18. What's that? Oh, boy.
1st and 10, on to Mixon. I mean, they're full steam ahead, but we ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Here we go. Tony.
On the ground again with Mixon. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
He's down now on 3rd. He's got it. Complete to Collins. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, You'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
Staying between the tackles with Mixon. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Here we go.
Stroud off the play fake. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down.
Here we go.
Off the play action. Here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
Hey, third down, I get it. Give your quarterback some freedom, right, to make a play, even if he's got to work backwards. But it can blow up in your face as it did right there when nothing opens up.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try and field goal for the Texans on this fourth down. From the right hash, it's a 47-yarder. And this isn't going to do it. The kick is no good. And the deficit stays at 7.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
Yo, 80. Set.
They go play action on first. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. And it's going to be second down.
That's a pretty cool look right there of the kind of coverage you're going to see when you play man-to-man. On that down and distance, you've got to be sharp on the outside. That DB certainly was.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Yo, set. Yo, 80.
Darnold looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Seahawks will have a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Walker running to the right. 7 yards there, and that brings up second down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. From the 39. Launches one deep downfield. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get another 6 to make this a 13-0 game. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game.
There are a couple different ways now. You can win on a fly route. You can just run right by somebody, or you can use that big body, try to win a one-on-one matchup. Whatever way you go about it, this is the type of upside this route can provide.
Point after up and good for Myers. And the Seahawks drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
Oh, right. 18.
Grab the throw on first down. And this one's up there, but I wouldn't too far up there.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Here we go, let's go. Tony. Route to the right, route to the right. Route to the right. Under.
Second and 10, Stroud to throw. He's going to push one deep down the right. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Oh, ready?
From the gun, Stroud. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks get it back with a nice return to boots down inside the 30. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
Seahawks just about set. Here's first and 10. Toss play. This is Walker. Broke through the tackle. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Look at Jimmy Ward getting up there to make that stop.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on second down. After that drive starts, a very minimal gain.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's second and 6.
Here we go, side. Hey, side.
Here's Darnold to throw. That is rejected at the line, as we say in hoop song. Got a hand in the passing lane up front. That's going to bring up third down. Chance here for one final play before the end of the quarter.
Here we go, side. Hey, side.
On third down, Walker. And they have this one well contained. There's the stop for a loss now. Fourth down coming up. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Our score, 14-0. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. About set for the second quarter. Seahawks football here. The field goal unit is out. They try to make this a 3-score game. Myers' kick is good. And they come away with some points on that series.
Well, nice for this offense to know that even when they don't find the end zone, they could still come away with some points and keep up an awfully impressive pace they've set for themselves.
Set to return, this is Braxton Berrios. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Now begin with a run by Mixon. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
First down carry, got him 9 yards. Here comes second and 1. And the shotgun, a gift to Mixon. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
First down throw by Stroud. Buying some time right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And a big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Desperation's a tricky thing, Kate. You love defenses when they're desperate and they're just playing on edge. But offensively, you're in a hole like this, the worst thing you could do is get desperate in a sack. Oh, it only adds further insult to injury.
They get there to take him down right around the 41. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
First and 10 from the 41.
Here we go.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
118. 2J.
From the 38. Complete out to the right. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. 16 yards on the play. And it sets up a Houston first. Working quickly here.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
They run it from the gun with Chubb. They'll get forward about 5 yards, it looks like. It's second down now.
Humble 5-6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's second and 4.
Oh, right.
Staying on the ground here with Chubb. Excellent play defensively as they get to him behind the line. That's going to bring up third down.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, I mean, you appreciate great safety play like that.
Play number 9 of the drive. It's going to be 3rd and 5 to go. On play action, here's Stroud. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. Motion man is the tight end here, going left. Stroud now on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he made his 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
From the 29. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken to the ground after a nice push downfield.
A gain of 12. And the Seahawks first down.
First and 10 from the 41. Throwing off the play fake here. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 10. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Give up the gut to Walker. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Here's Darnold. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Cooper Kupp the touchdown. His third through the air this game. And that is his third touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Myers gets the point after the go. And the Seahawks make it a 24-point ball game.
Texans nothing. Jason Myers.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Arios now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Arias on the return. The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Houston offense looks set, Brock. Here's first and 10.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion.
Hey, uno.
Round throwing here on first. Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Safe to say there's been an early disconnect between the planning phase and the execution phase for this offense. Might be time, Kate, really to get back to basics, to the calls that you just trust the most.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Hey, uno more. All right.
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Catch is made down the right sideline. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Texans are going to have a first down. New set of downs for him at the 38.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Okay.
First down, Stroud. He's throwing deep to the left side. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We got second down.
Yes, with each incompletion, each turnover, each sack, you can almost just feel this offense's frustration. Really imperative, this quarterback, stay positive. Just keep chopping away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Again, Stroud. He's looking deep once again. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. Great defensive effort to reject that one. So now it's going to be third and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
Kate, as a quarterback, that is so rough. Incomplete, incomplete, incomplete. You're going to go to the sidelines, you're going to look at that tablet, and you're going to try to figure out how in the heck do we turn this around.
118. What's that? 19 seconds. Robbie.
They're going to go for this. It's Stroud. He beams one deep right side. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
New set of downs for him at the 38. Darnold. It's his targets. That's Torrey Horton. The big play nets him. yards. And it sets up Seattle with first down.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
Here we go, set.
To throw, here's Darnold. Defender runs right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So it's second down coming up. LeBron, this substantial deficit sure hasn't honed the edge that this defense is playing with, huh? If anything, feels like they might be getting more aggressive, looking to make some sort of impact play.
And that's because turnovers are really the name of the game for this defense at this point, Kate. That aggressiveness still super welcome, no question. But they know it's not just incompletions, it's taking the ball away that's next.
And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Walker will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to his safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. Second chance at 6 here. It's second and goal. Walker again. And this time he gets in for the Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks get more points to end a lopsided first half. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Took a couple of runs into that wall before they finally punched it across for the score.
Well, that defensive front, you know they were dialed up to make a stand, but it was going to be a challenge to make...
That's no good. The veteran mishits one rather surprisingly, and they leave a point after on the table.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So following that missed point after, he's going to stay out there and send it away. Barrios now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
One last play before the break.
11. Here we go, let's go.
He's back to throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Barrios now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Texans to the line. First and 10.
Here we go. 18. What's that? 12.
Shotgun now. First round. Collins got it left side. After making the catch, he is dipped quickly at the 38. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
That's good for a Texans first down.
Good job running out of the gun. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. And they're all over that screen, Brock. Didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
All right.
Throwing on third down, Stroud. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
The issues this offense has been having, well, they extend well beyond third down today. You can just look up that big goose egg on the scoreboard, but now, time's not on their side either.
A full quarter to go, but they feel like they got to make their move now. They are going for this.
18. What's that? Robin. Hey, uno.
Off the play action, here's Stroud. And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty, and off the field they go.
On any fourth down attempt, somebody's going to get a huge momentum boost. It was the offense who laid down the challenge, but it was the defense who delivered. And now it's their teammates going to take over on the field with the very next series.
Now Darnold. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And they take him down right along the 30.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Second and 4. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. And the Texans will take over what looks to be the 31. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? The half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
No gain there that time, and it's second and 10.
When one defender failed, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
It's mixed in on second down. Well, he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. Little nod, little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
He throws a bullet deep to the right side. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with first and goal.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw When you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
They're going to run here. It's Mixon. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. Only a couple there, but still in good shape. Only 3 yards to go here on 2nd and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
They go to him again. And he's going to find the end zone this time. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive to go get your job done.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Seahawks in good field position to start this drive off as they head up to the line. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he is brought to a stop after he found plenty of room there to run.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. He'll go play action. He's got it at the 5. He takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks trying to end this before the final quarter.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single eye or too high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow.
Myers to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Seahawks grow their lead yet again. Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. Barrios now to return it. This makes it up to the 25.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun.
Buggy. All right.
From the gun, Stroud. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He was trying to find Christian Kirk there. So 2nd down coming up. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he... and careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on and on.
All right.
Stroud to throw again on 2nd. Trying to set up the screen for Mixon. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
To this day, I can still see the faces of the big guys in the huddle. When you call a screen like that, instead of them just getting knocked backwards, they get to be salesmen. They get to push those linemen downfield and then tee off and go hit somebody like they did right there.
Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he harkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Here we go.
Throwing again, it's Stroud. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Here's Stroud again. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Throwing here, Darnold. And he won't escape this. The Texans take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner. Let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Trying again, following the set. On him again, and he goes down again. And the back-to-back sacks. Nice work by the defense there. Sets him up with a third down.
First sack, wobbled the cart. This one, I think, sent it off the rails entirely. Taking the L. And each of the first 2 plays leaves this offense looking at a very unlikely third down pickup.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Darnold now to throw. On the move, headed right. This has been a trend, yet another interception. Jimmy Ward has it. And the Texans have it down near the opposing 40 after the return is stopped.
You know what? With yet another interception, you know what it might be time to do, Kate? Just run the ball. Run it.
1st and 10 from the 41.
On the quick, right?
Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
You know, it's great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Third down, Mixon gets it. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Stroud to throw on 1st down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They'll have first and goal to go now after they gained 18 on the previous play.
First down and goal to go.
Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Texans with the football and a chance to do a little window dressing here in the 4th. This offense in position now. It's first and goal.
What's that? 18. What's that?
Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
Well, that's one he chalked up to the pressure, earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Running Mixon out of the gun. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
You get to these goal-to-goal situations, you know what a win is defensively, Kate? It's stalemate. Just don't let them go forward. When you actually knock them backwards as they just did, you've now energized your whole group defensively.
Third and goal. The offense hoping something can finally go right here.
All right.
Trying to run it in. Chubb. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, Houston. The Texans parlay the interception into points. It's a Nick Chubb touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to fourth and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
How about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop them on third and goal.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans trail by 23 now. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And it looks like the Seahawks are able to recover that kick. Timing's so important for a team to recover its own onside kick, but jumped the gun there before it went 10 yards, and that drew the flag. New set of downs for him at the 38. Here's Darnold. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second and 6 now. Throwing this back in the end zone. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're going to face third down.
A small little jab there, finally landed by the defense. Able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Has him on a quick hitter. He's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or two short of the 25. That's good for 7 yards. And the Seahawks will have a first down. Throwing off the play fake here. inside the 10 at the 9. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch. Great job hanging on to that, but only a small gain on that play.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Darnold looking to throw. And this is caught. It's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
And the kick is good, and we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Here's Myers now to handle the kickoff. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock, so they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
19, 18, outside.
Stroud from the pistol. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Seahawks get the football back inside the 45-yard line after the interception.
Well, these were the kind of plays they needed, frankly, earlier in the game when it was still somewhat close. By this point, still a great play, but a bit of a hollow highlight with the game already decided.
Walker on 1st down. And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs against the better defenses in this league.
This is Walker on 2nd. He's just a little bit short of that 1st down. They stop him at the 33.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
What a play. They never gave him a shot to get that single yard. He's going to lose some yardage. 4th down coming up. Jason Myers now going to try to knock this through for the Seahawks. From the left hash, 54 yards out. It's no good. It had the leg, but is aimed wide right. And they're unable to pile another 3 onto that lead.
Something I would have never said 20 years ago, Kate, when I started this business, but it rattles through my big old noggin now. That miss really has an effect on fantasy football owners more than anybody else. Imagine the poor soul somewhere, anywhere, who ends up losing in fantasy this week specifically because of that miss.
And they pick him off again. That is Nick Emenwari. And the Seahawks get it back after a marvelous defensive effort.
Kate, I think the one thing you and I love about this NFL game is almost all of them are one-score games. So to see a blowout like this, it's taken a superhuman effort defensively, and they just added to it.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay a game. Can't get the play off in time, and I'm going to wager the call is going to come in much quicker, Brock, for this next snap. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. He'll throw off the play fake. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Ooh, without much time left on that play clock, Coach Mike McDonald calls a timeout. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Go play action here. It's Milrow. Headed out right. He's keeping it. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Offense up to the line fast.
It's a gain of 6, and it's third down.
Milrow throwing on third down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Tremont Smith picks it. And the Texans will have it right at the opposing 30 after the interception, and that return on top of it. Starting out trips right here. First and 10.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Trying getting it to Nico Collins. And that'll bring up second down. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock. And physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Connects downfield, on target to Dell. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. They'll come up first and 10.
Houston Texans.
From the red zone now. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. Nico Collins, the intended target. So it'll be second down. Well, even with the pick on that last drive, partner, he is showing no hesitation whatsoever.
Well, in order to play this game, Kate, at this level, you've got to be aggressive. You can't let a previous mistake really affect your next decision. But I'll say this as well. In the NFL, you throw into coverage too many times, there will be more interceptions.
Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with third and long. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
All right.
Going on third down, Stroud. Chased out to his right. And no one had a shot at that. It's out the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. And now they're staring at fourth and long.
Well, he went for it all right there. That was a highlight reel waiting to happen if he could connect. So good to get out of the pocket and keep the play alive, but even better defensively to force the incompletion.
Look the hot, look the hot.
Here he goes. Gotta have this on fourth down. And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs.
Hey, I get it, it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now it's second down.
Hot 70, hot 70.
pass it here.
NFL, offensive-minded teams would call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Lays out left side and gets it. That one goes for 31 yards and a first down when all is said and done.
Man, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. This time they've got him. He can't break another tackle. He will go down behind the line. Timeout coming from the Texans. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. It's a design boot. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Houston calls it second timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
Even if this QB knew from the very get-go somebody be waiting for him, there's no chance he was going to salvage that play. I'd be surprised if he even got a second to look upfield before he was greeted with the big old open arms for an easy sack.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Tried to float that one in, and defender's there for the interception. Trayvon Smith kicks it. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman 1 time that game.
On the tweak, right? 118. What's that? Oh, boy. Hey, uno.
Here's Stroud on 1st and 10. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he can't hang on. Touchdown in his arms. It slips through. Second down coming up.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Shotgun now for Stroud. Gets this one into the hands of Christian Kirk. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Now ahead of 3rd down. We get a pause here. They're going to call a timeout.
3rd and 6.
118. Look to hot.
From the gun, Stroud. Trying to push it deep downfield. And the defender coming away with it. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks will be set up at the 20-yard line following that interception.
Well, Kate, that's far from the first time we've seen him throw into the wrong team, but this one was probably the most costly.
Seahawks just about set. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Milrow. Flushed out of the pocket. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So the Seahawks take this one on the road. And it was their disruptive brand of football that paved the way for this victory. 4 turnovers in a game. That is going to be tough for any team to overcome. And that's exactly why they're the ones celebrating this win. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Seahawks winners, as we'll see you next time from Houston.